Welcome back, everybody. It's a brand new episode of 5 Minute Majors. I'm your host, Derek Harper. Let's get right to it. The WHL has a new head coach, and that is in Wenatchee. Don Knockbauer is back in the league, a well known, well respected, and a winning coach that spent time with Tri City, spent time with Seattle, and the list goes on. But that family is also not unfamiliar with Wenatchee. He and Bliss have great ties, they have a great relationship. But their son, Daniel Knockbauer, played for Wenatchee when they were at the junior A level from 2015 to 2016. So he went on to a 4-year collegiate career at UMass Boston. But he'll bring a very good sense of winning to the team. With his experience, he'll be able to know the other coaches, their play styles, and I would expect Wenatchee to be very competitive out of the gate. Granted, they had to trade away some of their big stars this past year, but with that, they're able to kind of load up a new roster, get some new chemistry going, and so we'll see how that pans out over the next season. But they also made the playoffs this last year. They're able to give fans a taste for what major junior hockey is like in the postseason and what the top players are. So it'll be very interesting to see how that all pans out over the next 2 years. One thing's for certain: Don Knockbauer is a home run hire for this franchise. Bliss only brings the best player wise, coach wise, off ice. He knows what to do, and Knockbauer has that same mindset. It appears from the press release that was sent out. Don wants to form those real relationships with the city of Wenatchee and the surrounding communities. Knockbauer comes to Wenatchee from the American Hockey League's AHL Calgary Wranglers, the Flames affiliate. He started with them when they were the Stockton Heat in California, and he will be bringing another assistant coach with him in the addition of Dan Johnston. So he'll be bringing more of that pro experience with him as well. And I think this shapes up to be a very, very competitive U.S. division and Western Conference this next season. It'll be very fun to see how it all pans out. Um, and we'll dive even into it harder over the preseason and into the fall. We'll get our first look here in a couple of months. In the next month or two, we'll get a look in the preseason, how Wenatchee's coaching style will be under Don. Roy Summer, he was the interim coach last year after they let Kevin Constantine go. So this is now a permanent hire for now. We'll see how he pans out. I expect him to be there for a number of years. Bliss and him clearly think highly of each other. Bliss, he knows how to operate a franchise. He's been the general manager there for years upon years. And Don and Bliss, they obviously have a relationship with Bliss having coached his kid at the junior A level. So, and Bliss has also spoke on that on the hiring of Don, who and said you basically get this head coach who understands everything that it takes to coach at the WHL level. I mean, obviously he also had a pro career that he played. Don just seems like a really solid hire. And I mean, he is also coached in the NHL too, as well as the AHL and WHL, as well as in Europe. So that's pretty big there. He just so with all his experiences, you're able to see a lot of teams, a lot of different coaching styles, and you're able to kind of mesh that together for your franchise and really create your own custom style. And I think the fans should be really excited about it. Um, Obviously, they got their first taste of the WHL, but with the kind of coaching carousel they're dealt with, with the circumstances they dealt with, they'll get really a smooth entry of the season. And I would expect them to. I know my prediction was off last season, saying they'd make the second round, but they had home ice advantage, but unfortunately, it just wasn't meant to be, as they fell to the Kelowna Rockets in the first round of the playoffs. This year, however, I think they will make the second round behind Don's coaching style. Wouldn't even shock me if they maybe make the conference finals. We'll see on that. I think that's a push. But I do think they make the second round with the ability that and the experience that Don has and Bliss knowing each other. I think the relationships will build strong. Coach Clark, he also obviously has a year of WHL experience under his belt and numerous years of junior A experience and success at that level, and really success at both levels at this past year. So I think Wenatchee is one of my picks to watch this next season. I think they'll be right up there among the top teams in the Western Conference. Until we talk again, I'll see you next